I shall have to stop going back to bed. But it is cold, and I've got my electric blanket. I better start this again. I've got the electric blanket on number one, so the bed's nice and warm. But I shall turn it off eventually, take all the bedding out and wash it and hang it over the balcony, But anyway, Scooby's having a rant, and as I said on Facebook, his total hatred of the Tory party overrules his common sense. Scooby only sees one side of an argument, his side. Sorry, it's right. The Eastern European problem in the UK is bad, and it could even get worse. But in places like Peterborough, in the summer, they are working in the fields doing work that our youngsters don't want to do. All our youngsters want to do is booze, drink beer, alcohol, smoke the spliffs, the drugs. And the fag's gone out. No, it's not. I like my granddaughter, 24 now, is she? On a BlackBerry phone all night, messaging people and then lays in bed all day. And work is a dirty four-letter word. Get a message: hello Grandad, would you like to do your beautiful granddaughter a favour? I say, how much? Oh, don't be like that. How much? Well, just 20 quid. I said, how about getting off yours and trying to find a fucking job? There's no work. Actually, yes there is. She dresses nice. She's a beautiful looking girl. She's got a beautiful smile. She could get permanent bar work. The youngsters are flocking. They'll be flirting round. I'm going to say squirting. They will be flirting round her. And at this time of the year, approaching Christmas, she get loads of tips. But no, I mean, some people say, oh, come on, Arthur, there's no work about you. Yes, there fucking is, if you look for it. I mean, alright, bar work might not pay a lot, but she could do permanent work in bars. Pubs are open all day now. Yeah. Whatever pub employed her, they certainly get people flocking in. She's always got lads flirting around her as it is, because she's a very good looking girl. Runs in the family, dare I say. No, but she's my granddaughter and I love her, and at Christmas she'll get a Christmas card from me with a note in it. I could put an extra note in it and say, happy Christmas darling, when are you going to find a fucking job? But I think that would upset her a bit too much, so no, I won't be catty. I'll leave that to you women, because you're experts at being catty, aren't you? But Scooby, what Scooby totally hates the Tory party, and David, the language, well, that don't bother me, as I've got a right foul mouth on me, but David Cameron absolutely hates him. And screwing the pensioners, well, I'm a pensioner, and I'm quite well off. I am. I can't complain. Cameron is looking after the pensioners. I don't care what Scooby says. And come on, I'm working from memory as usual. And oh dear, come on, hang on, I'll have a drag on my fag. The thought of another Labour government is horrifying. Len McCluskey, the leader of the Unite Union, he's financing the Labour Party, giving him millions, and he's got Ed Miliband in the palm of his hand. And if Labour were to be voted back in, it would be back to the Scargill days. Scargill, only interested in bringing down Maggie's democratically elected government. He weren't interested in the miners. No, well, Maggie beat him. People can say what they like about Margaret Thatcher. I mean, I lost my job down in Somerset because of Thatcher during her recession, when the work dropped off. But she put Scargill in his place, didn't she? Who's going to put McCluskey in his place? His powerful Unite Union. Yeah. I think it's got to be UKIP. really, in the UK, but they're never going to be able to form a party with the electoral system we've got in this country. It's always going to be either Labour or Conservative. Well, I'm halfway through listening to Scooby's video. Oh yeah, attending to him, Mark. The lady who reads the other half of the bingo numbers was away, so I asked him to do it, and of course it's gone to his head. And he was over at another court, and this other lady walked in. He stood up in front of everybody. Arthur wants me to read the numbers in future. Of course, she says, pardon? And I won't say any more, but she got very upset, and I've just said to him, what on earth possessed you to approach Kath like that? Why didn't you take her on one side and have a quiet word with her? Look, Kath, while you're not here, Arthur can't manage it. You know, I'm helping out. But no, he stood up in front of everybody. I said, why do you have to be so bombastic? I know I can be mouthy and bombastic, and the way I speak to some people, it's surprising that nobody ever tells me to fuck off. But they don't, they smile. That's the most irritating. It's me, on my fucking platform, you know, ranting and raving, and they smile. Why don't they turn on me and say, look, shut your mouth now? But they don't. Am I a figure of fun? I don't know. But Mark's upset Kath. I says, you better apologise to her. Yeah, he says, sorry. I said, don't say sorry to me. Say sorry to Kath. You can't approach people like that as soon as they walk in. I says, no, I can't give you authority to read the bingo numbers out. For a long time I wouldn't play bingo. They used to ask me if they were coming down, and I used to say no, I'd rather walk on broken glass. But now I back down and I read the numbers out, and I do play myself, yeah. And that's Mark, but he goes too fast. I keep telling him, slow down. The lady there's had a stroke. He's reading the numbers out, 2 and 4, 24, 3 and 6, 36, 4 and 8. She says, line, and he'd already pressed the button for the next number. I said, fucking, how many more times have I got to tell you? Slow down. And then he's waffling away, and I said, speak up a bit, I can't hear you. I better put them hearing aids in on Monday. I'm bunged up again, as I always am, something I live with. So I'll carry on listening to Scooby's video, but you know, he's rather biased, you know. I know I'm not going to fall out with him, you know, because we're old friends. I'm only simply answering his video, yeah. So perhaps he's got a point, you know, perhaps he's got a point about David Cameron. But it's no good me trying to tell Scooby, because he just won't have it. Because of the disastrous last Labour government under bleeding Tony Blair and Gordon Brown, when they were voted out, this country was very, very deep in debt, and Cameron, and he couldn't get an overall vote, so he formed a coalition with Clegg, and they had to do something to try and get the country back on its feet, because of the tremendous amount of debt the country was in, and they're trying to get us back on our feet. But people like Scooby won't see that side of an argument, no. Right, so that's my short rant. I'm going to leave it at that and carry on listening to Scooby's video, and I'm sure I'm going to have something else to say about it. Yeah, I got that wrong, Mayor. It weren't you that said about Parliament Street, lines on you and this load of rubbish. It was Trev, so apologies, Mayor, your worship. It was Trev, he was carrying on about it. Well, as I said, I've got a bit of money coming to me. There's other ways of finding money. Everyone says hope to win the lottery. You're wasting your time, you're wasting your money. But there are other ways of money coming in other than the lottery. Yeah. All above board and legal, of course. Yeah, of course. But before the X Factor starts, I've got to eat something. Being diabetic, what time is it? I've got enough time. And I don't fancy a cooked meal. Well, I've got some lovely Yorkshire ham from Tesco, so I'm going to have some nice ham sandwiches. Not keep me going till Sunday, tomorrow Sunday, when I have a cooked meal over at the cafe there, over the road. Yeah, right, that's it, I'm going. Right. Yeah, I am. Cheers. Bye.